Three career mistakes you want to make sure you are not making. Some of these mistakes are things we didn't know we should be doing, things that we hear people saying that become very cliche terms that we adopt as our own. And I just don't understand why we do that. And I think part of it is because if you hear something multiple times, you start to believe it's true. And girl, I'm here to tell you, it may not be true. Okay. So we're gonna start with the first mistake, building in silence. I don't know why people believe that they have to build in silence. I don't understand why people believe that people get things on their own. Like, I'm here to tell you, I've gotten jobs much easier by telling people what I wanted. Like, I will never forget. Let me just back up a little bit and tell y'all how bold I am. If I see something I want, I am willing to do things that most people won't do to get it. And I'm going to share three career examples where I did stuff out of the box and things people really refuse to do. And I just don't understand. I like to work smarter, not harder. Period. That's a cliche term you should keep. So when I was in high school, I want to say I was about 14, 15. It was time for me to start working. Um, and we have a mall. I mean, I think most cities have malls, most major cities, right? Anyway, and I was looking for a job. It was PacSun. I knew nothing about this company. When I was going to the mall, I didn't know anything about PacSun. I had never owned anything from PacSun. And so when I went up there, I asked for a job application. You know, it's back in the day when you had to write things out and print your resume. We don't do that anymore. Most things are electronically. So I went up there, I asked for the application, then I went away from the job, applied for it because I already had my resume on hand. Okay, I wanted a job so I could start making money and spending it. Also, a saving. I was taught to save 30% of your check. So I went away, I applied, brought the application and my resume back. I don't even know what I had on the resume because at that time I had worked for a graffiti company. Ew. I was walking around in the summer with chemicals cleaning up graffiti. It was so stinky. Anyway, and I had interned at a very well-known hospital, Oregon Health and Sciences University. OHSU for sure. I don't remember if I said the name correctly, but that's beside the point. I don't work there now. Anyway, and we always called it OHSU. So maybe those two jobs are on there, and I didn't hear back. So I went a week later. Hello, I am here to check on the status of my application. Oh, we're still reviewing them. Okay, I'm still reviewing them. I came back again. I don't know why I remember the number 14. Did I really go back 14 times? Maybe, but I went back so many times. And the hiring manager ended up doing a group interview. I finally got invited to an interview, finally. And I did a stellar job. And she was so impressed that she hired me like right away. And when I was on board, and we got kind of close, you know, like professionally close. And she shared the only reason why you got an interview is because you consistently showed up and it showed me that you were interested in really working here. Girl, I wanted a job. I didn't know nothing about PacSun. But my point is, how many of y'all would do that? How many of you see opportunities and you're going to really put yourself out there week after week after week to get what you desire? Not many people are doing that, just not. So that's example number one. I lost example number two while I was in my head. Okay, so let's go to the third one. If number two comes back, I will share that with you. I had an opportunity to introduce then First Lady Bush. Sorry, I didn't have an opportunity to introduce her. Let me back up a little bit. I was at school, and then First Lady Bush's team called me. You know how you get a call and you kind of a kid who like would get in trouble at school. I was one of those kids that got in trouble in high school. My mouth was too slick. But they never really called home. So I was like, what? When I got a call to come downstairs. Why? What's going on? Like, and I'm like panicking. Like I thought I was in trouble because I mean, when I got sent downstairs, it was literally because of my mouth. Or I was tardy to school because I was running my mouth with my friends. And then one time I got into an argument with a classmate and I was sitting downstairs. So I wasn't sitting downstairs for good things. So I was a little nervous. So I get down there and I don't know who the person was, but they're like, hi, we're from the Laura Bush team. And we want to invite you to this event. Okay, cool. Now, that was in like 2014-ish. No, that's a lie. I graduated in high school in 2009. So this is probably around 2005, 2006. So how many years later? Okay, you do the math. Today, or recently, I found out that Jenna with today with Jenna and Friends is Jenna Bush. It didn't dawn on me beforehand that that was a Bush girl. I reached out to her team. Yes, I did yesterday. Sent them a picture of me with their mother. Let me show you this picture really quickly, sis. Like I'm telling y'all, I get everything I want because I'm going to put myself out there. But let me show you this picture. You see that? You see that little black girl? That's me in high school. Look who's next to me. Look who's sitting next to me. You see that woman? Oh, okay, in high school. So I sent her that photo and a message because I want my message about women living their best lives, getting better paying jobs, enjoying their jobs, having work-life balance to be out in the ether. Everybody and their mama need to know about this so they can have it. So I told her what I do, told her how her mother invited me out. And not only did I stop there, I must have been so excited knowing this was coming to fruition. I then created a TikTok video that I posted on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Baby, I am willing to do things that most people won't do to get what I want. I am telling the entire world and whoever will listen to me that I need to be on Today with Jenna and Friends to share this message. So why am I telling you this? And I can't think of example number 3. So we're going to just stick with 2. That's all right. Because what you're seeing is that when you tell people what it is you desire and you focus on the good things are going to come to you. I know that people are like, I build in silence because I have haters. I build in silence because I don't want people to give me negative energy. Baby, we don't care. Like if they give you negative energy, next. And let me tell you, when you are confident and you are sturdy and on sturdy ground, you have a foundation in what you believe in and what you're trying to achieve, they can't knock you down. They cannot stop you from accomplishing your goals. And I used to be that girl who thought, be careful what you tell people. I think you need to be careful when you're not confident. You need to be careful when you're doing stuff and people are going to judge you. But people are going to judge you whether you tell them or not. Like people are always talking. So let them talk and give them something to talk about. Because my thing is, if my name is in your mouth, I'm doing something great. Period. Okay. So if your name is in their mouths, you doing something good. Okay. Do not build in silence. So seriously, when you are looking for a new position, when you have your eyes on a position, or you know that there's a career that you desire, you need to tell people so they can help you get there. Networking is very key. You have met so many people who got their job because they knew somebody, they daddy called somebody, or they knew somebody. It's all about knowing somebody. Why can't you do the same thing? And sometimes doing that means you're making calls, you're sending emails, you're following up. And I am so tired of people telling me, oh, they don't respond. There's so many ghost jobs. If your brain is wired to see everything as negative, that's your reality. And baby, we don't need to be in the same circle. It works. It works. It works. It works. And before you say, oh, I'm not sure if it works for someone that look like me, because that is real, right? I was wondering too. But the first time it happened was because somebody called for me. I didn't apply for the job. I didn't interview and I got it. And I was like, is that a coincidence? But then I put the theory to test to see if it really works. And it did, a time and time again. And sometimes people who look like me, we worried about our hair. Okay, we're like, should I straighten it? I don't know if they're gonna like my natural. Should I put a wig on? Should I? That is that. I have gotten jobs with my fro, and it's gorgeous, baby. It is the look, okay? I have gotten jobs with braids. I've gotten jobs with pink and purple hair. Won't do that again, but you know, you try things out. My point is, who you know will help you much further than you building in silence. Okay, don't do that. So that's mistake number one. Let's get into mistake numbers two. I don't have this problem. I mean, I stayed at a job a little too long. Staying at a job too long. And the reason why I say I don't have this problem is because I'm a job hopper. I mean, let's just let the record reflect. I was a job hopper. I was very much so, I'm building my career and I'm looking for better opportunities. Okay. I'm not afraid to say that. I brought a lot of skills to the table, and sometimes I feel like I had to prove myself. I was assistant too long and I was ready to go. So I kept getting these assistant roles, knowing they weren't a great fit, but I wasn't able to get into like mid and senior level roles, right? And I had to figure out, how do I do that? I found out I'm going to do that. And I did that by telling people what I wanted and making sure the employer knew my name before I ever put an application in. That is why you need to watch my TEDx talk. The link will be in the description. And the reason for that is because if you don't have a network, you haven't been rubbing elbows with these people, you can ask for an informational interview so that the employer knows your name before you apply. 85% of jobs are filled through networking. There are jobs that's never posted. Okay. But if people know where you want to go, and if you are actively and strategically networking and building relationships, asking people to coffee, being uncomfortable, get out of your house, homebodies, me too, I'm a homebody too, and go have coffee with people. Go meet new people. Follow up in a couple months and ask them how this project is going. What did they accomplish in the last couple of months? How are they doing? Do they have time for another coffee? If you build relationships consistently, and I have to clap and get a little frustrated because so many people fight me on this instead of listening and trying it. What you're doing is not freaking working. So how about you try this and see how it works for you? Let me tell you, I started doing this when I was in high school. Something in my spirit, I don't know why, when I was in college, decided I went home every break. I went home Christmas break and summer break. I said every break, that's a little exaggeration, but I went home Christmas and summer breaks. And when I was in college, I would send my network a email after each term. How I was doing, what I was up to, what I learned, ask them what they were up to, what they're working up, following up on projects they told me about. And then when I went home, coffee. Baby, I drank so much coffee. Sip, 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 sip. This ain't even coffee, it's water. Sip, 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 sip. We were sipping and talking. I always had a summer internship. I don't think I applied for any of my summer internships. No, I didn't. I got them on my networking, by networking. And then when I got out of college, I don't remember what I did right away. I think I moved. Yeah, I moved. I don't remember. Let me not lie. Oh, I started working at a nonprofit. Networking. Got that from networking. I did apply, but I also network. And before I was networking, because they weren't calling me back. And I was like, what's up? Like, my name is known. Like, how are you not calling me back? So, baby, I called them. I was like, hey, what's up? Didn't hear back. I saw that staff list. Everybody I knew, I reached out to. Guess who got a call back? I'm telling you, do things that people won't do to get the job. You have to tell the employer to hire you. You have to make it easy for them. They're getting so many applications. They're getting bombarded by people. They ain't reading them. And if they are, they're still choosing who they know. People, hire managers will hire based on personality. Are you a good cultural fit? People want to work with good people. And if you can show them that you're that girl, baby, they'll hire you. For real. Like, I need you to do that. And back to staying at jobs too long. If stuff isn't working, you can leave. If you're in a toxic environment, exit stage left now. If you're tired of being stuck and you're not finding fulfillment in your career, try something new. You don't have to stay stuck. I have hopped around industries, education, nonprofit, government, corporate. I mean, I'm sure there are more. I don't have to stay anywhere. I am not a tree. I'm not planted in the ground. I can't move. I'm a human being with feet. If you don't have feet, maybe a wheelchair, a walker, whatever you got that allows you to move. Baby, don't stay planted. Don't stay at a job too long. Don't let a job wreak havoc on your mental health, physical, emotional, spiritual, or financial health. Leave. Be a job hopper. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. I know people think it's the end of the world. Oh my God, they're going to judge my resume because I only have positions on for here 2 years. That's me. I don't know if I've been at a company for 3 years. And that's okay. I've been doing just fine. And I always get a promotion and I always make more money in my next position. I have never in my life decreased my salary. I refuse. Third one, y'all not negotiating. What's up? Why aren't you negotiating? What's keeping you from negotiating? And if you're negotiating and you're not getting close to what you want, how did you fumble the bag? People are actually fumbling the bag and people are not negotiating. Maybe that's you. And the research tells us that 76% of companies expect you to negotiate. That's way too high for you not to be negotiating. And just know that they didn't give you the best offer. So you should be asking for more money, a flexible schedule, work from home, more PTO, something. Ask for it. Ask for it with your chest. Say with confidence, knowing that you deserve more. Don't settle, sis. Okay? Now, did you like this content? Was it helpful? I mean, I know it was. So, did you hit that subscribe button? Did you like it? Are you leaving a comment to let me know what works for you? Girl, I'm here to serve you. And I didn't even introduce myself. I am Natalie Janine Gates, freedom coach, also known as a career expert, that girl. Okay? I'm helping you make more money. I'm talking about $30,000 or more in your career. That's what I do for other women. I've done that for over 100 women. So you should be a part of my community. You can do it by subscribing. All righty, girl. Talk to you later. Have a good day.